The year 1989 was a very good year for many reasons. In the world of film, Tim Burton's Batman would release in theaters. In the world of music, The Cure would release Disintegration. And in the world of gaming, we will witness the rise of the handheld market, while Sega and Hudson Soft would fire the first shots at Nintendo in the console wars. Join us now as we look back at the year in gaming that was 1989. Games like Double Dragon, Capcom Bowling, Super Off-Road, Ninja Gaiden, and Hard Drivin' would rule the arcade scene. In home consoles, Nintendo had continued its reign at the top of the mountain, selling 10 million units of the NES, just stupid numbers. They also released the Game Boy that year, which was a huge success and revolutionized the concept of handheld gaming, and was able to take a premium console experience on the go with you. Plus, it was cheaper than the NES, which helped it sell a whopping 2.5 million units in just its first year. However, two new challengers would enter the fold in the form of Hudson Soft's TurboGrafx-16 and the Sega Genesis, which both sold over 1 million units in their first year. Both systems were vastly superior to the NES in hardware, and much like Nintendo did 4 years prior, offer a more modern arcade experience at home, ushering in the 4th generation of consoles. In terms of games, Super Mario Bros. 2 and Zelda 2: The Adventure of Link would be the top-selling games that year. Receiving the accolades of Game of the Year would be the Genesis port of Ghosts and Goblins via Electronic Gaming Monthly. Video Games and Computer Entertainment Magazine would name the legendary acts Populous and Stun Racer, each in their own respective categories, while Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles for the NES won in the 2nd annual Nintendo Power Awards. A lot of major events happened this year, including the first ever Consumer Electronics Show, or CES as it's now known as, held at the Las Vegas Convention Center. Nintendo would announce 40 new NES titles coming out over the next year, while Sega announced 20 new titles that include several translations of their arcade games. CSG ImageSoft and Sony would hold a Super Dodgeball tournament in various cities across America, where the finalists would compete in the Super Dodgeball World Cup held in Seattle, and winners would win an assortment of Sony products as prizes. Capcom would donate $50,000 worth of video game equipment to pediatric hospitals across California. Sega of America appoints former Atari president Michael Katz as their new president. Konami also collaborates with Ralston Purina to create a breakfast cereal based on the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. NEC would promote the TurboGrafx-16 with contests across local shopping centers across America. Corey Sandler and Tom Baggett's Ultimate Unauthorized Nintendo Game Strategies, the first in the Pandem Books Game Mystery Series, is released. Pepsi would award 4,000 Game Boy systems via their Under the Cap contest. On December 2nd, The Wizard would be released in theaters, telling the story of two brothers who travel to a video game tournament, the first time the worlds of gaming and cinema would collide. Other hardware included the Atari Lynx and Mattel's Power Glove for the NES. A vast number of standout titles would be released, including Phantasy Star 2 for the Sega Genesis, Super Mario Land for the Nintendo Game Boy, Sega would release Golden Axe, Capcom would release Mega Man 2 in America, Nintendo of America would finally release Dragon Warrior in North America. They'd also release the Zelda Game & Watch. Capcom would release DuckTales for the NES, Borderbound releases Prince of Persia for the declining Apple II, haven't been in development since 1985. Ports on other systems would turn the game into a hit. Maxis releases SimCity, the first of the Sim games, and a revolutionary real-time software toy. Tengen releases an unlicensed version of the Tetris video game, which is recalled after Nintendo sues them. Solitaire and Minesweeper would be bundled with Microsoft Windows starting with version 3. Hasbro would acquire Coleco's assets. THQ was founded, and Nintendo and Camerica would find themselves in court again over patent violations of the Game Genie module. Camerica would win this suit. Other releases included Super Monaco GP, Big Run, Bonk's Adventure, Final Fight, Strider, and the arcade version of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Well guys, that's everything that happened in 1989. Man, what a year. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more content, and I'll see you next time when we enter the 90s. Later.